It is great. It's a good shout out there to fucking Aljamain Sterling. Fuck, where were we even going with that? Oh, we were talking about Chris Davis. Yeah, I feel bad for the guy. I feel like that they should play every Chris Davis at bat on MLB TV. You know how they just like roll through games? I think every time Chris Davis comes up, they should play his at bat. What do you think?
It's kind of like when towards the end of the season when you got maybe like a home run record happening.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, all of the like when it was like the Barry Bonds when he was about to break the home run record on the season. We're seeing every at bat. We need to do the exact opposite. We need to have the camera needs to always be on Chris Davis until he gets that hit. He needs to go 1 for 50. No, is it 1 for 60?
I know. Well, that's
how long
one
can
thing
we keep
too.
this going?
What happens after he does get the hit? Yeah, like you're saying. Like, can he go? Well, dude, if he goes 1 for 60, I feel like that's a win. Because I mean, that's 1 for 11 over his next 11 at bats. That's pretty fucking good.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is it going to take him? Is it going to take him getting to 0 for 59, and then we're going to start the Chris Davis watch?
If you had to bet today, do you think he gets a hit before Saturday?
No.
You don't think so? And that's assuming he plays every game. I think he does.
So I have seen a few stats, like exactly, you just said that he's got 2 RBIs on the year, so obviously he's been hitting the ball decently far. Apparently a few of these hits he's had this year, he's been hitting the ball well, is what I've been hearing. He's just kind of in an unlucky streak.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, his exit velocity has been decent. So people are saying it's bound to happen, but if you ask me right now, is he get a hit by Saturday? Let's say he plays in the next 3-4 games. I say no.
Damn.
I say that this continues.
I think that I'm just being maybe. I mean, I don't have any reason to think he would get a hit, but I just feel like somehow it's going to regress back to the mean. I'm not sure, and if the average, if the mean is a batting 168, I guess that's what it is, but. Even batting 168, you're getting a base hit every 4 games or so, 3 games.
Yeah,
not too bad. All right, before we move on though, you're sounding a little bit robotic again, and I'm out of beer, so I'm gonna probably hang up on this call. Pause the show right quick. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna pause it right now. All right, sorry about that. We're back, guys, and fuck Chris Davis. Enough of that shit. I say he's getting a hit on Friday, and Matt for sure thinks that he's not getting a hit until like Monday or Tuesday or something like that. How about Jacob deGrom, man? Did you see his game? What was it, yesterday or 2 days ago?
Yeah, he finally had not a quality start.
This is what I'm saying, man. He's a piece of shit. No, I'm just kidding.
He had 26 quality starts in a row.
26 straight quality starts, which is 3 earned runs or less in, 6 innings? Or is it 5 innings? What's that?
It's 6 innings or more, yeah.
6 innings or more, 3 earned runs or less. Obviously had a sub-2, I think it was like a 1.5 ERA last season. Fucking beast mode of the earth right now. Finally gives up 6 earned runs. It wasn't even 4. It was 6 earned runs. And wasn't it like 4 home runs or something like that? And in about 4 innings or something like that?
Yeah, he got lit up, for sure.
Yeah. I don't have it right in front of me, but surprise, right?
Yeah, man, DeGrom is the best that we've seen in a fucking while. Like, you haven't seen you've not seen someone dominate the way that he has in so damn long. Like, I think it was like a 1.7 ERA in 2018.
Okay, I thought it was like a 1.58 or something.
That's insane.
Oh yeah, 1.7 is still. I think it went up at the end of the season too. I'm pretty sure for a while it was like in the 1.5 range. But do you think he's the best pitcher? Who do you got?
No, I think it's DeGrom right now.
Yeah.
It seems to fluctuate. The best. It seems to be like the best pitcher of the month lately.
Who else? Well, you're talking about Fried then, right? Or who else are you talking about here? Because I mean,
I mean,
last year,
whether
man,
it's like Scherzer
like I said,
or
I'm a Scherzer
Kershaw
guy.
or who happens to be just balling the most. Then I mean, obviously DeGrom did it for the whole season last year.
Yeah.
Scherzer also did it all damn year last year. But I mean, I don't know, man. It seems to be this conversation of the best pitcher of our time. It seems to be kind of a fluctuating conversation these last couple of years.
I agree. I mean, Chris Sale has won 2 Cy Young awards in the past 4 years, and could have won. If he would have stayed healthy, he would have won last year. I mean, Verlander, obviously Max Scherzer, Clayton Kershaw. I mean, I can agree with that. God, where was I going with that? Who are you? Oh, okay. Are you a big ERA guy? What do you think? Like, what pitching statistics do you like and don't like?
ERA, WHIP. I think that the WHIP speaks a lot. I mean, it's walks and hits per inning pitched.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. I mean, the wins and losses is a pretty deceiving one, man. Because I mean, you can dominate a game. You can literally be pitching a perfect game. If they pull you in the eighth and your closer loses control of that game, for example, Jacob deGrom, it could be a 1-0 game. He got 0 support last year, and you give way to your bullpen. And then you lose 2-1, and you get a no decision on the day. So the wins and losses, that's kind of a hard one because you can. There's other seasons where you can have a whack year and end up with 20+ wins.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, to me, ERA is the king. That's the most obvious way to tell if a pitcher is good. Second would probably be WHIP. I agree with that. And then third, I'm a strikeout guy. I mean, I think that not having balls get into play is huge, especially if we're talking about base runners. I think that's where you keep the ERA down, even if you have a higher WHIP. What was I going to fucking say?
No, and I would definitely agree with that, man. That's like the difference between a really good pitcher and the elite of the elites. When we're talking about the best of the time, it's the Randy Johnsons back in the day when he's just fucking striking everybody out.
Yeah, you can't make contact. So do you totally? So for example, Rick Porcello, I think, was like 22-4, like 3 or 4 years ago when he won the Cy Young Award. He wasn't the best pitcher, but what do you think about a 22? I mean, is that impressive? 22-4, is that impressive to you, or is that kind of just like a circumstance thing?
No, I mean that's impressive. I mean, I wonder I don't know what his ERA was that year.
It was like low threes. It wasn't terrible. It was like 3.18 or 3.2 or something like that. It wasn't great. It was good. It was really good, but it wasn't anything like what DeGrom did.
Yeah, and I mean it's kind of. You can like there's pad statting that wins the MVP. Like you have to be on a good team, like in NFL or in the NBA. You can't be on a shitty team and be putting up top numbers. But I mean, if you're on a winning team and you go 22-4, you're definitely going to be in the discussion. It's kind of a weird thing. You're not always talking about just the most valuable player to a team, because sometimes there's going to be the most valuable player is going to be on a really shitty team in baseball, especially.
Yeah,
but
Trout has shown that.
But yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that those awards are going to go to a pitcher that's on a winning team. You go 22-4 and you're on a winning team that year, you're going to be up for the Cy Young, I guess.
Yeah, and still, I agree. I mean, he was when he went into the season, he wasn't even supposed to be the best pitcher for the Red Sox. So I mean, I agree. It is what it is. It's kind of a weird year. I'm not really a wins guy, but if somebody does get 20 wins for some reason, that's still like Scherzer last year, how he had 20 wins and DeGrom didn't. To me, that knowing that Scherzer also, just knowing everything else. I mean, when you combine that with everything else, I do take it, but not the most important thing to me either.
For sure, it's definitely one of those deceiving stats.
Yeah. Shit, I forgot what I was going to say again. Thought I had a. Oh yeah, so what you get one pitcher right now, one starting pitcher in baseball. Who you taking right now for this season, or maybe not even that. That's too much. Just right now, one game. Who do you want?
I mean, right now, one game, I'm going Max Fried if we're going tomorrow.
I like it. I like it, man. I'm taking DeGrom. I think right now. I mean, if I need one game, if this is Game 7 of the World Series, I put him out there. That's going to give me the best shot to win. But I mean, I don't blame you with Max Fried so far. When's his next pit? When's his next start?
I'd imagine 4 or 5 days from now. We're going back home to play the Met this weekend.
So we might get to see a Jacob DeGrom versus Max Fried game. Is that what you're saying?
That'd be dope. It'll probably end up being Teheran for whatever reason. We think that he's our ace, so we throw him against the other team's ace.
Yeah, I follow that. Shit, man. I don't even know. You got anything else you want to talk about right quick? You want to talk about teams? You want to talk about do a little segment on hot teams and cold teams or something? Or what you thinking?
I mean, shoot, man. The only thing that I really got right now is some stuff that we already really talked about. We got the Mariners with the most runs in the league.
Yeah, Mariners.
Dodgers got 87.
Yep, both of those offenses looking really, really good. And I mean, I pretty much too. I mean, like I said, I wanted to mention the Mariners, wanted to mention the Dodgers, wanted to mention Tampa Bay a little bit. Still hot. I think they're 9-3 or something like that in the AL East. I think they're about 3 games above the Yankees and Baltimore randomly. But and then like I already said earlier,
Cleveland is right behind them. They've only given up like 36 runs on the year.
Yeah, Cleveland's got a hell of a pitching staff. Pretty much talked about it. AL West is looking strong still. Houston and fucking God damn it, LA playing well. LA is going to slide off though. They don't have it together. I'm a huge Ohtani fan though. What do you think about
the
Ohtani?
The Phillies do look like they're legit. They're hitting every damn night.
Yeah, bro. I think that I'm going to be a resident Braves homer nowadays, bro. And when I come and get these Braves
you're cutting out just a little bit, just so you know, brother.
Yeah, it's okay. You are too a little bit, but I mean, we can kind of come to the end of it here. But I do think I'm going to be a little bit of a Braves homer, is what I was saying, and get these weekly Braves updates from you, and try to root for them in the NL East. And I'm gonna continually say fuck the Phillies, man, even though they're good.
Yeah, fuck them Phillies.
Yeah, fuck the Phillies. All right, man. Let's just bring this shit to a wrap here. You want to shout out your social media and shit like that?
Yeah, my Instagram is @thecrimp_OCR. Facebook, I'm Matthew Beckham, MATTHEW, Beckham. That's where you can find me.
You should find him. He's doing some Spartan races. He has some cool pictures up. And probably wants some fans, right? You want some fans, right?
Yeah, no, man. Could always use the love.
Hell yeah. Well, I appreciate you coming on the show, man. It's always fun. Hopefully, we can do it again next week. I've enjoyed it the last 2 weeks quite a bit, and it's good to keep up with the MLB, right?
Oh yeah, man. It's been fun. It's been a good one. Thanks for having me on.
Hell yeah, bro. All right, man. I'll talk to you later.
All right, late.
Peace. All right, everybody. So this is going to come to pretty much the end of the show here. In case you guys couldn't hear him at the very end, you can find him on Instagram at @thecremp, KREMP_OCR, or Matthew Beckham on Facebook. That's 2 T's in there. Matthew with 2 T's. And like I said, he does a lot of Spartan racing, like very serious about it. And he's got a lot of pictures, videos up there. If you're interested in that, definitely go check that out. I'm actually going to be participating in a race with him, I think on June 29th. I'm pretty sure that's when it is. Sometime in June, maybe June 14th. I'm not entirely positive. But sometime in June, I'm going to be doing a Spartan race too. We're going to be talking about that at some point. Basically, we'll get to that in the future. If you want to follow Intelligent Thoughts on Twitter, it's Intelligent THO and the number 1, Intelligent Tho 1 on Instagram, and Intelligent B Thoughts. It's a pretty ridiculous name, but it's the one that I got. That's the word B, B-E, literally, not the letter B, in the middle of Intelligent Thoughts there, or Intelligent Thoughts on Facebook. Go ahead and subscribe to the show, rate and review.